This is a long-term review update on our 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited TRD Off-Road. I also have a oil change and an oil lab report from Blackstone Laboratories. I want to read you what they said, because apparently this is the first twin turbocharged Toyota Tundra engine that the lab tested across the country. So we have some interesting information. I also wanted to give you a quick update about what's happening with the Tundra, how many miles it has, and some of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with the good. The truck has now over 5,100 miles, and it's been really trouble-free as far as powertrain, and really strong as far as everything that we asked it to do. We've towed several trailers with it. Also on the iGauntlet World's Toughest Towing Test, we've done MPG loops. We have some of those videos already published on TFL Truck channel, and also the off-road trips on TFL Off-Road channel as well. As you can see, this is a TRD off-road truck with the Wild Peak all-terrain tires on these with the TRD logos, of course. And what that gives you is the rear locking differential. The Toyota Tacoma is the best-selling midsize pickup truck in the United States. But what if you wanted to give it a little upgrade and make it safer and maybe a little bit cooler? In this video, I want to show you how to do exactly just that with a couple of LED light bulbs from Sylvania and just a few minutes of your time. I'm swapping the bulbs in the fog lights from halogen to LED. Okay, so let's see how it works. It's wider and you can see further, a little bit further. So let me show you from the outside. Here's another pretty good demonstration of the difference. The new LED Sylvania light bulbs. You can see this yellow light bulb, that's the factory fog light. So I would say it's a win-win. That just took a couple of minutes for a dummy like me. It's a big transformation for not a lot of money. You can upgrade also your headlamps and fog lamps and many other lights around your truck. Just check out Sylvania LED bulbs using the link in the description below and go have fun in your pickup truck. So the truck's been relatively efficient, maybe not as efficient as I would have hoped, because our real world data pegs it at a highway efficiency of about 19 mpg. Efficiency, I'm talking about Colorado, Texas, Utah, driving at 75 miles an hour. So when this truck is running unladen, mostly with no trailer, we've been seeing 19 mpg, which is not quite for four-wheel drive V6 Tundra what the EPA ratings are. EPA ratings are a bit higher than that. So that's been a small disappointment as far as unladen fuel efficiency on this truck. The towing efficiency is actually quite good. We showed you a video recently with about 12 mpg with a 7,000 pound trailer. Actually, we were towing about 8,000 pounds during that test. Ride is beautiful, wearing very nicely, and actually we tested it in different conditions off-road, including dust, dirt, snow, and ice. And this Falcon Wild Peak tire, this all-terrain tire, was quite good. I was actually surprised how good this is in various conditions. As you can see here, it's about 15 degrees maybe. It's been really quite cold recently in Colorado, so we've been also running it in the snow and ice. So those are the great things. So let me tell you what the lab report for the oil said. We did an oil change at 4,937 miles, about the 5,000 mile mark. Why did we do this? Because Toyota says if you put on about 5,000 miles in less than 6 months, we bought it in December. This is February. It's about been 3 months almost. And we put on 5,000 miles. They recommend an oil change. So we were following Toyota recommendation. And here's what the lab said. There is an extra aluminum, iron, copper, and silicon showing up, which is hardly a surprise since this is the first oil change for a brand new engine. We often find extra metal left over from the break-in process, and silicone shows up as well as a result of sealer lubes used in the factory. We should find progress over the next few oil changes. Note, we haven't tested many of these 3.5 liter twin turbos yet, so our averages are still under development. Trends will aid in telling us what normal wear and tear for this engine will look like. TBN, which is total base number, is 4.3, which is good, actually quite high. Check back for trends. So you can see some of the averages are here. So let's show it to you this way. Some of the averages are right here. And they're saying, don't put too much importance on these averages and the relative numbers that this Tundra provided, because this is one of the first twin turbocharged Toyota engines in a truck that they have seen. But as you can see here, water percentage 0, fuel less than 0.5%. All good results here. Flash point is within norm, 390 degrees. So this engine is wearing quite nicely. They're saying, of course, the next oil change, some of those metal contents should go down, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do it in the next 5,000 miles, and we'll give you another update. But if you're worried about the twin turbo V6 engine versus the older V8, I would say this long-term test so far is showing no worries for us. We had no turbocharged wastegate issues on this truck. The transmission's been shifting solidly. The other not so great part is most of us are still fighting against the user profiles in this truck, and we're using different keys, and this key belongs kind of to my name, my profile. I know it by the paper tag. So we're doing different things. Wireless CarPlay, of course, is there, but it's still not seamless. So that's part of the ugly part. A little bit ugly as far as usability, but the interior, as you can see, 5,000 miles, no issues. A little bit frozen right now, but really no issue of as far as interior wear and tear, usability. As you can see, it's all there. I just washed the cup holders. We spilled some coffee here, as is typical for me here at TFL. But as you can see, this interior is lasting at least over the first, like I said, 5,000 miles. It's in really good shape. The bed has also been in pretty good shape. The rear seats intact. I'm not a huge fan. There's not a ton of space here in the storage compartment. We do have some shackles and tie downs. I wish this wall was not quite as thick. So those are kind of couple of my notes. Also, here in the back, we don't have a 110 outlet. Even at $57,000 for this limited TRD off-road truck, we still don't have a rear outlet here. So that comes really handy on long trips, and we've done several of them from Los Angeles to Denver, in fact. And let me show you over here. The bed and its composite construction, obviously no problems. We've loaded several motorcycles in here, no scuffs, no marks. It's very durable. It's proving to be really great, including the tie downs right here along the edge of the bed. So lots of good. I'm glad we got this report done, because it's a little bit peace of mind. It tells me that the engine is breaking in correctly, and it's working quite well, and the oil is working well. I just wish the fuel economy continues to improve. The towing fuel economy is there, so I think this truck is really solid at towing and quite good at off-roading, although the front approach angle is not the best. As you can kind of see here, this front chin is sticking out quite far. There you have it. That's the long-term update on the new Tundra 2022 model. Stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a few more projects with this truck. As always, go back to tfltruck.com or TFL-studios.com for everything automotive, where you can see all the latest news in one place.